You used to like Link Joker because Link Joker can lock rearguards, but you're getting bored because it only locks rearguards. Fear not, because with the release of Set 3, G Set 3 to be more specific, we receive a new archetype which is Messiah for Link Joker. And what Messiah does is not only lock your open and rearguards, you can lock your rearguards, you can unlock during your battle phase, you can do multiple attacks, and you can draw some cards. And I do believe this is a really solid deck for you to climb rank with right now. And yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at the deck list. So here's the list. We shall take a look at the main card for this deck, which is Amnesty Messiah. So what this card does is when it attacks, you can count +1 to unlock rearguards. You can unlock your own rearguards and you can unlock your opponent rearguards. And something to keep in mind, once your rearguard is unlocked, it is in stand position. That means you can attack with a unit and lock that unit, and when you unlock it, you can attack with that unit again. So when this unit attacks a Vanguard, you can count +1 to unlock any number of lock cards, and this unit gain 3k for each card you unlock. And if you unlock 3 or more cards, it gain +1 crit. So this will be your main win condition, because you'll be doing multiple attacks with him, and also pushing your opponent to 5. So next, the best support card with this is Ego Messiah, which is your only grade 3 right for this deck. So Ego Messiah says GB2, when a lock card is unlocked during your turn, you can soul +1 to draw 1 card. Do keep in mind it's once per turn. That means, let's say if you have some lock cards on your field, and when you end turn, you can just soul +1 to draw 1 card. But do keep in mind that this only happens once you strike the second time. But that is not the only skill this card have, as the main skill that will support your Amnesty Messiah is, when you strike on this unit, you can count +1 to choose one each of both player rearguards and lock them, and your Vanguard gain +5k. But the sad thing is, if you lock opponent rearguards, the rearguard is going to get unlocked during their battle phase, so it's not a proper lock. But the main reason of this card is to stop intercepts and lock your own rearguards to do multiple attacks. Also, like all the other G quick 3 units, on right it gain +3k as well. Okay, so that is pretty much the style of the card. Also, we have another style of the card which I will mention later on. But first, let's take a look at our starter, which we will be playing. So the starter I'll be playing is Neo Messiah. You can run the grade 3 Searcher. I do believe running the grade 3 Searcher is a safer choice, but if you are greedy, run this starter because you can search for grade 3, which is a guarantee search, if this card is unlocked, plus it's a GB1 skill, and also it has resist. So that is totally up to you. So next, let's take a look at our grade 1. So we run 4 PG, needless to say. We run 4 Destiny Dealer, because it is your main way to strike, one of the main way to strike, and also you can search for your Ego Messiah with this card, since you don't run the grade 3 Searcher. You run 4 Sacrifice Messiah, which is a really good card because you can counter charge using him. And a one-off card, you can play whatever you want. I choose to play a drop draw. And for the grade 2, so like I previously mentioned, the other main card, or main style of this deck is Arrestor Messiah. So what this card says, GB1, when this unit is placed to the rearguard, it gains +2k and the following ability, which is when this unit attacks the Vanguard, you can lock himself and lock either your rearguard or your opponent rearguard in the back row. So this is really good because you can attack, lock itself, lock the card at the back row of this unit, hopefully which is a grade 1, and then you attack with your Amnesty Messiah to unlock those 2 lock cards, and you have a fresh column of attacks. So this card will be extremely good once your opponent is at 5 damage, and that is what your Amnesty Messiah does. The extra crit is to push your opponent to 5, and then you start doing your multi-attacks. Next, this card is also really important. You run 4 Awakening Messiah, because this card says GB1, when this card is unlocked during your turn, you can stand one of your other rearguards, and that unit get +2k. So this is really good because Arrestor Messiah can lock itself, and this can stand your other front row rearguards. We also run 4 Lady Battler. So this is just something you can lock your own rearguards with, as you can lock one rearguard to +4k. So this is really good because you can lock your Awakening Messiah, or anything else that you might want to lock. And also a one-off Choke Attacker. You can play whatever you want, it's totally up to you. But I do decide to go with the Choke Attacker for more flexibility, because you can just attack your opponent Vanguard without a boost. And for the grade 3, we did mention 4 Ego Messiah, needless to say. We also do run 4 Lady Gunner, because this is also another card you can lock your own rearguards with. But do keep in mind, if your opponent don't have a rearguard, you can't lock your own rearguards. And a 1-off Chaos Breaker. Again, it's a 1-off card, you can play whatever you want. Doesn't have to be Chaos Breaker, you can play a 12k attacker if you like. It's fine. And 4 heal Great Zeros. So, for our G zone, we do run 2 Big Crunch. This is really good because sometimes, if you push your opponent to fight, and you don't have any rear guards that you can make multi-attacks with, then you can go into this to hopefully stall another turn, because this can properly lock a column of your opponent rear guards, and it does not unlock during your opponent battle phase. So this is a proper lock. But it's GB2, so keep that in mind. You can run 4 if you like, but I think 2 is enough. MC Messiah is your main card. You can run 4 if you like. I run 3 because I only have 3. And I run 3 of this as well. You don't really use him, you rarely use him. You can run it as a 1-off, up to you as well. So maybe you can run 4 Big Crunch, 3 MST and 1 of this. You can mess around with the G zone, it's not that important because like I say, your main strike is MST Messiah. And also we do run 9 draw because you really rely on your pieces. It doesn't rely as much as Nova Grappler in my opinion, but you still need your pieces. But the good thing is you don't need your pieces in the early game because you can just rush your opponent down, and then when your opponent's at 5, hopefully you can join to your pieces and then start doing multi-attacks, because if you don't join to your pieces, you can just go into Big Crunch and try to stall for time. So the playstyle of this deck, you want to rush your opponent in the early game, maybe not on your turn 1 or turn 2, but once you go into your turn 3, you want to try to deal 2 or 3 damage in a turn. If you go second, it's good because your MST can deal 2 damage. So if your opponent is at 3, MST swing for 2 damage, they'll be at 5, and next turn, you can start doing multi-attacks, because if your opponent's at 5, they can't get any defensive trigger to shut down your multi-attacks. And yeah, this pretty much sum up for the deck list. It's pretty simple, it's not that expensive as well. The only triple rare, Arrestor, and Ego Messiah. And right now, I do believe it's a rank reward, so if you want, try to get them ASAP. And this triple rare, you don't have to have it. Oh yeah. How can I forget about the G zone? Okay, it's pretty expensive because you do need at least 3 MST, but I think 2 would work. It's gonna be risky running 2. You want at least 3, in my opinion. Alright, so I guess that's enough for the explanation. So now, let's take a look at game 1. Okay, mirror match. That will be interesting. And we did go second, so we are in favor. This hand is pretty solid. And since I don't run Grade 3 Searcher as my starter, I think keeping 2 Destiny Dealer is a good idea. 1 used to short and 1 used to search for your Ego Messiah. Or if you are lucky, like me, you don't even have to call your Strike Porter down to search for your Grade 3. Okay. Interesting card. Don't really see that card play that often. Okay, so he is playing Messiah, so it is a mirror match. But as you can see, he did decide to go for the Grade 3 Searcher as his starter, which is a really good option. But if you are greedy like me, you don't play the Grade 3 Searcher, you play the starter I'm playing right now. I'm gonna ride Lady Battler. And here, I could rush. That is an option. Should we do it? I mean, if we do rush, we can't really heal. That's the only con about the rush plan. So I think I'm just gonna swing 1 attack like this. Let's take it slow. Okay, and you notice, 2 of his Arrestor Messiah is already gone. Okay, this guy is good. He don't play any rear guards for me to lock, which is fine. Which is fine, you know. Because our main goal is to push him to 5 and then start doing multi-attacks. And that is what I'm gonna do here. So going into my Amnesty Messiah. And even though he have nothing for me to lock, I do have rear guards for myself to lock, so I can lock my own rear guards to gain the extra creep. Which is what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna call this and this. Okay, solid. So now I'm gonna lock my rear guards. And now, because I have 3 lock cards, I can unlock 3 to gain an extra creep. And that put him to 5 damage. And I'm gonna use my starter skill because I have nothing in my hand that I can use to strike with. A draw, solid. Oh, the heal is really good for him. And a draw. The draw is fine, but the heal hurts. It really hurts. And I think I didn't on the animation, so my apologies for that. But are you guys really here for the animation or the gameplay? Let me know in the comment section down below, because if you're here for the animation, I'll be a little bit disappointed. Okay, even though he's at 4, we are still in the lead. It's just that it's annoying he's at 4. Because if he gets a damage trigger check, he might just shut down all of our multi-attacks. And I have no idea what that strike does because I don't see this very often. I don't think it's a good card, but let's see. And Masai is really good against other Link Joker deck like Glendeals or even a Chaos Breaker deck. Because they can lock your rear guard, sure, but Masai can unlock them, so... Okay, interesting rear guards. Ooh, that's a really cool combo she just did there. But let's see how many damage can he push us to. I think he can put us to 5. Right? Ooh, okay, so for every lock card it gains 5k to the front row, I think. Damn, his trigger luck is insane! Draw, draw, and a heal. Okay, he just lost game. We just lost game, guys. Damn, that combo is sick! That is a sick combo, guys. That is a really sick combo. And even though if we lose, I'm glad that we can see that combo, because that is another option you can go for. With that strike, make your front row column really big and unlock Awakening Messiah to stand the big front rows, like you just see. I really don't have much of a choice beside Amnesty Messiah. I'm gonna lock Arrestor Messiah because I want to get rid of that grade 2 that when attack you can unlock a card, because that is his combo card. And I do want to drop draw, so I'm gonna do that. Drop my grade 3. Okay, that is a pretty solid card. That is really solid. Okay, I'm gonna do this and this. Using this skill to lock this. And let's go into the battle phase. So this will swing. So it's rear guard. Arrestor Messiah will swing. No trigger, please. Okay, good. And now we can lock our Awakening Messiah. And now we swing for 2 damage. And also unfleet 3 cards to make 2 more attacks. Oh no! No triggers. This is bad. This is bad. Because I actually miscalculated. I thought this is 16, to be honest. But to make this 16 or higher, right, you need Awakening Messiah and Sacrifice Messiah plus Lily Battler skill. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are screwed because of his previous combo, which is really good. I'm really surprised, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, here comes Amnesty. I don't think 2 heal guards in my hand is enough. And do we still have heal trigger left? We do have 1 more, so maybe we can check it if we are lucky enough. Okay. I don't think 1 heal is enough for me to survive, to be honest. Unless he misplays somehow. Wait, unless he unlock less than 3 cards. Let's see. Okay, wow! That is so greedy of him. That is so greedy of him. Because if I have a PG, he unlocked my front row. That means he can't even attack with his Arrested Messiah to my Vanguard. So he's praying that I don't have a PG and it work out for him. Damn, that's so greedy. And he checked another heal. I mean, you can't really beat that trigger luck, if you ask me. And I guess game 1 is a loss. Hopefully, game 2, we have a little bit better trigger luck. Otherwise, it's fine, as long as you guys learn something through my gameplay, that's all that matters. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on game 2. Okay, this time it's Kaikiro. I thought we got a mirror match again for a second there. And we're going second again. Okay, cool, cool. This hand is solid. It's solid, but it's not the best. I think I'm just gonna redraw 1 card. Yep. Okay, so let's hope we can draw Ego Messiah, or another Destiny Dealer, or just a Great Tree in general. What the heck is this? Another new card I never seen before. Okay, so he's not common build, I would say, and we did drew into our Ego Messiah, so that's really good. Because this means we don't have to call our Destiny Dealer just to search for a Great Tree. And a draw trigger, solid. Critical triggers, okay. So it's playing an Overlord deck with critical triggers. Interesting. You don't see that very often. And he didn't use his Conroe skill. Okay. Okay. Into another draw. We could rush, to be honest. I mean, our hand is full of Great Trees. Should I be aggressive here? I want to be aggressive, but at the same time, I want to keep 1 Awakening Messiah. on my field at the back row because I want it to withstand my rearguards in the late game. And he's playing the Tradition Grade 2. Okay, and Blade Master. Okay, so he's a very unique build, I would say. So here we really want to draw into something that can lock our rearguards because I need my Amnesty to have 2 crits because it's not going to call any rearguards. That's how you play against Messiah if you go first. You don't call any rearguards for them to lock. Okay, into another draw. Solid, solid. Okay, so now here's the real question. I can lock 1 with Ego Messiah skill. I can lock 1 with my Grade 3 skill. Okay, I'm gonna take a risk and go into Amnesty Messiah here. And see what we draw. Okay, solid. That is really solid. Because now, I can lock 3 rearguards. So I call this down. Oh wait, I can't? So, my opponent need to have a rearguard for this to work. I have no idea. I can just lock without locking my opponent rearguard. I can't. Okay then. Okay then. So there's nothing I can do here. Beside rushing. So that's what I'm gonna do, I guess. No! Why did he just get a trigger there? It just shut down my Awakening Messiah column attack. Unless I get another trigger here. Okay! Okay, as long as you don't get another damage trigger, we are good. Okay. But still, the heal hurts. He should be at 5 damage. And let's check how many trigger we left in our deck. Okay, only 3 trigger. 1 draw, 2 heals. Not looking good. So we need to push him to 5 as quickly as possible so that we don't have to rely on triggers to do multi-attacks. Okay, with that strike unit, he can pretty much retire all my units on my field beside my starter. Let's just hope he doesn't check any more heal triggers. Okay, no trigger, that's not good. Because now, it's very likely he get a damage trigger, which I don't want. Ooh, Arrested Messiah, that's a really good draw. That is a really good draw. Let's go into Amnesty again. Into another one, okay. We don't have to use 2. Okay, so I'm gonna try to close the game here. It will be tough. But it depends whether if he get a damage trigger or not. If he don't get it, I think I can close it. I think I can close the game out right now. Come on. That is so annoying. What do I do now? I don't really want to unlock his grade 2. Oh, just lock his Gojo. I mean, it's something. And then we swing. I'm gonna unlock Just one card. So that I can draw 2 cards when I end my turn. Okay, we did get a trigger, luckily for us. But that trigger is still really annoying because if you don't get a trigger there, he will need 4 guts in his hand to survive. Alright, draw 1 card. And draw 1 more card. Oh, it's once per turn, yep. How can I forget? Okay, no worries, no worries. Because we got another arrestor, we can do multiple attacks. So I think maximum we can only do 4 attacks. If he don't... But if he don't burn my Awakening Messiah, I can do 5 attacks. So let's see what he does. Okay, don't look like he's gonna burn it. Okay, why will you do that? No idea. So please don't check a heal trigger, please. Come on, why do I have to jinx it? No! No, that's so bad. I mean, it's bad, but hopefully we can manage. Okay, that Awakening Messiah draw might be good. Okay, so here I need to think. Okay, obviously we are going into Amnesty. Hopefully we can join to sacrifice Messiah, then maybe we can make something happen. Okay, there we go. Lock. Call. How many triggers do I left? 2 more triggers. Okay, we have to rely on getting triggers. Which also includes he don't get a damage trigger. Okay, finally. Finally no more damage trigger for him. Okay, so now we swing. I'm gonna unlock all my cards. And stand plus 2k. So I need 1 trigger to make 5 attacks. Come on, please. No! No! How do we not get a trigger? We have 2 more in our decks. Damn it, that's so unfortunate. Wow. Wow, how did we not get a trigger? We have 2 triggers with triple drive. Come on. I mean, we can survive. That's the good thing. And I did decide not to draw because for some reason I thought I'm gonna deck out. And he still have 1 more heal. That's the annoying part. I mean, as long as top 4 cards is not a heal trigger, we should win the game. Okay, there he goes again, another heal, okay. Okay. Heal for life. And he have 1 more PG. That is so annoying. Ah, his heal trigger is pissing me off. Okay. We have to go into big crunch then, because that's our only option. And hopefully we can... You know what, we don't even need to draw anything. We just need to hope we don't get a defensive trigger. And we should win the game. And of course I draw my last trigger as well. Okay, so if you don't get a defensive trigger, I win the game. If you get a defensive trigger, as long as you don't have PG, I win the game. Okay, seriously? Seriously? You gotta be kidding me. I guarantee you he have the PG. Oh, he does! He doesn't have it! Okay. Okay. This game is stressing me out so much. Okay, as you can see, Masada is a good deck. But it kind of relies on triggers. And it also relies on your opponent not getting defensive trigger. Because if your opponent does keep getting defensive trigger, like my opponent you just saw, then it's gonna be hard to play. But if they don't get defensive trigger, obviously you're gonna win the game pretty smoothly because your multi-attacks can hit through 16k or even 21k sometimes. But I'm glad we did get the win this time. So now let's move on to the final game. Okay, look like the final opponent will be against DP, which I don't play that much against. So I'm really curious to see how it does. Okay, no great 3 in our hand. 2 PG is good though. Against DP you do want to have multiple PG, I believe. And we did draw into our Ego Messiah, that's really good. And into a draw trigger, okay, I will take that. Okay, so far I feel really good about this game. Hand is really good. We got a draw trigger, we got 2 PG. Okay, so here, should I push 2 damage? I think 1 damage is okay, to be honest, because we can check heal triggers. Because if we do go for 2 damage play, he'll be at 2, so I can't heal. So it did play off. But let's see, is he gonna call any Vegas for me to lock? Because the first 2 players did not. Okay, he is gonna call something for me to lock, which is good. Okay, 2 rear guards. Solid, solid. So only 2 damage, right? Because this column can't hit me. Yep. Ho ho ho, another arrestor, that's so good. Okay, let's go into Amnesty again. And start locking some stuff. Okay, so this should be fine. Swing. A draw, that's okay. Lock 1 of his Grade 1. Sacrifice Messiah skill. Lock itself. 2 counter charge. And plus 3k. Oh, I should give it to my Vanguard. But I don't think that's a big deal. Unlock. And I'm gonna use my starter skill because I have nothing in my hand I can track with next turn. Okay, no trigger, that's fine because we are pushing him to 5. Okay. So just pass the turn here. I mean, we could unlock his front row so that this column can attack. It all depends on you. If you do that, if you get 2 or 3 triggers, then that column can't hit your Vanguard. So it's totally up to you. Okay, as long as you don't get a heal trigger, I think we will win on our next turn. Okay, no trigger for him. And we get a draw. And Awakening Messiah? Okay, he is done, guys. He is done. It's time to do our killer combo. This guy is so done. Lock. Please don't concede. I want to do my combo so that you guys can see. Alright, battle. And now we can make both our Vanguard attack again. How freaking cool is that? Whoa. Yeah, let's just stand or screw it. Okay, and that's game. I mean, as you can see, he will need a PG, a heal, and another PG to survive this turn. And yeah, game 3 is pretty quick. We managed to close the game up on turn 5, I believe. Yeah, turn 5. So that's really cool. And as you can see, Messiah is a really solid deck. If your opponent don't get defensive trigger, this deck is going to be running really smoothly. You can lock your opponent rear guards, you can do multi-attacks, you can draw cards, and in my opinion, I do believe this deck is close to tier 1. Might not be tier 1, but it's definitely close to tier 1. And same as always, do make sure to let me know down below in the comment section what you think about my deck, this deck list, or even Messiah in general, and we'll be building this deck when it got released in a global site. And yeah, I guess this should be it. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next video. Goodbye.